New York and California have been attracting workers for decades, but now rising house prices, high taxes, stricter regulations are turning them away. And the pandemic is also playing a big role in prompting people to move. And it's not just the workers. More companies, big banks, are packing up to relocate to low-tax states to make a fresh start. Stephen Gay is with the Stephen Gay Group at Smith & Associates, joins us this morning. Good to see you again. How are you?
Good morning, Russell. Great to see you, too. Thank you.
So,
great.
You and I talked a little bit about this. You're not necessarily seeing people from these big banks moving here specifically, right?
Correct. Yeah, we're seeing some people moving to the Tampa area, specifically people that have had a connection to Tampa before that can now work remotely. So we're seeing those people moving here, but we haven't seen any large companies, large banks moving here right now. Unlike Goldman, that's talked about relocating some people to the south, South Florida. We haven't seen those big companies moving here yet.
Yeah. So, but we are, and you and I talked about, we did this with you a few months ago here on the show. We are still seeing this exodus of people who are realizing they can get to the sunshine, they can get to a no state income tax state and work remotely.
Right, exactly. For the last 9 to 10 months, with companies letting their employees work remotely, we're seeing people coming down and testing out in Tampa. So it's those people that have had connections here coming down and moving to the area. You know, just like me sitting here from my living room talking to you right now, companies are seeing that things are pretty efficient. And there was a recent survey done of companies with remote working policies, and 67% of them said they don't see those policies changing in the long term.
You said testing out, and I think that's something else I want to ask you about, because it's the you were telling me that the furnished rental market is booming, right? Oh,
yeah. You can't find a rental, much less a nice furnished rental right now. There's hardly anything on the market. With the Raptors being in town playing at the Ice Palace, we're not seeing any availability right now, especially anything on the luxury high-end side. Airbnbs are booked up. Any kind of short-term rental is really non-existent.
Stephen, let me ask you this about people purchasing homes and looking around. What are they looking for? A certain price point? Is it the higher end stuff, medium price? What are they looking for?
You know, it's all over the board, from the $200,000 2-bedroom condo to the $11 million lot that just sold on Davis Island. So all over the board, Tampa real estate is in hot demand.
All right, so somebody's sitting at home and they're hearing this and they're saying, okay, it's my time to jump in. It's my time to sell. Is it a good time?
It's a great time to sell. It's a total seller's market right now. We have less than 2 months worth of inventory available, which means it's, normal inventory is about 6 months. So it's total seller's market. There are many bidding wars. It's hard. You almost have to find something before it hits the market if you're a buyer out there looking right now.
But I guess the other thing is you got to find a place to move. I mean, that's going to be hard enough too, right?
Yeah, that's the hard thing. You have to have something lined up for sure.
And one more thing, because I know that this is your business and you know how to do it. If you're thinking about selling, what's the best advice you tell somebody to get it ready?
You have to get your house in order. You've got to touch up the paint. You've got to declutter it. You've got to stage it to sell. You have to, talk to someone that's an expert that knows what buyers are looking for right now. Even though it's a seller's market, you can't sell a piece of junk. You have to make sure it looks great. And the other thing that's really important is to price it appropriately. In a market that's a total seller's market, you have to have a right pricing strategy to make sure you get the most you can for your property and potentially get some multiple offers on it.
Okay. Stephen, good to see you, my friend. Thank you.
You too. Take care.
Love you, man. Take care. Talk soon.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, looking